Welcome to the Pole Nation. This is Lambo and Lambo Sports presented by Satellite Sports Network. Today we're going to be talking about the NFL. We're going to be talking about the Carolina Panthers. Okay, so training camp has started, but a few days back we had Bryce Young, who's the number one draft pick of 2023, who came out of the University of Alabama, has signed a $37.9 million deal that includes a $24.6 million signing bonus, and all of that contract is fully guaranteed. Fully guaranteed, yes. So the team's first practice will appear on Wednesday for training camp, and Bryce Young was one of the last Carolina rookies to sign uh, a contract, and the first three quarterbacks taken among the top four picks in the NFL draft to sign. They also have C.J. Stroud, who was taken second overall by Houston, and Anthony Richardson, who was selected fourth by the Indianapolis Colts. They both remain unsigned. Back then, Carolina traded with the Chicago Bears to move from the ninth pick to the first overall pick. The 2021 Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama went into training camp as the starter ahead of Andy Dalton, and also the Carolina Panthers have quarterback Matt Corral, who came out of Ole Miss. He was back in June. He was promoted to first team during all season workouts, and he will be the starter week one against Atlanta Falcons in September 10th of 2023. So Bryce Young is 5'10", but he impressed the coaching staff. So the Carolina Panthers have first year head coach Frank Wright, who got fired from the Indianapolis Colts mid-season last year after they lost to the Patriots. So head coach Frank Wright and the staff had to get the go ability to process and learn the new system. He still has able to prove himself in pads during training camp. He's already met expectations that the Panthers had when they first signed him. So it's just a next step for Bryce Young to see how he does. They had a couple weeks to watch Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton has also continued to perform at a high level, but just at my opinion, Andy Dalton, as you know, he was with the Cowboys, he was with the Saints past season. I just think Andy Dalton is a very, very inconsistent quarterback. Andy Dalton is not the same quarterback. So for the Carolina Panthers, they're trying to get their team ready. And they thinking that signing Bryce Young to be the starter was the best thing that's going to go in the locker room. He earned the respect of the locker room as well, along with the coaching staff. DJ Chalk, who's also the wide receiver, saying that everybody supports him, everybody's here for him. So it's not. I'm not surprised that Bryce Young has proven himself to the coaching staff, um, and the offensive line and the offensive weapons that had made him such confidence for Bryce Young. Um, you know, his Bryce Young's approach to being elevated to number one won't change his approach. He's going to go out every day and be better for his teammates and earn the respect. He's going to try to earn that respect each and every day. It's not something that he just entitled to as well. So, did the Carolina Panthers make the right move, in my opinion? Yes, they did. I know Matt Corral, I think he played few snaps last year, but I don't think he was ever the answer. I think Matt Corral was drafted in the fourth round last year. He was never the answer. Andy Dalton's not the answer long term. Bryce Young, I think the Carolina Panthers will do something very special along the lines. Now they have Frank Wright as the new head coach as well. But looking at their schedule, they're going to have a pretty tough schedule along the lines. Like I said, the first game is against the Atlanta Falcons in the regular season. Then you have the Saints in week 2, the Seahawks in week 3, the Vikings in week 4, and the Lions in week 5, and the Dolphins in week 6. So those first 6 games will be tough for a young Bryce Young for the Panthers. Out of that schedule I just announced, it looks like that they're going to struggle. It looks like that the Carolina Panthers may be somewhat 3-3, maybe 2-4 at the worst case scenario, because I just don't see, them beating those tough teams. And to think all those teams I mentioned, the Vikings were in the playoffs, the Dolphins were in the playoffs, and the Lions had a winning record, and Seattle was in the playoffs as well. So we'll see how that goes. But Bryce Young signs a fully guaranteed contract. How do you feel about that? Because, the running backs in the NFL can't get fully guaranteed contracts either. So the Carolina Panthers went in the right direction. We'll see how good Bryce Young is. I think the Carolina Panthers might somewhat struggle, and then depending on their schedule towards the end of the year, they should be successful. But I think Bryce Young has a lot of talent, and he has a lot of hope for the Carolina Panthers, and they will go back to winning probably for the first time since 2017 was the last time they made the playoffs with Cam Newton when they went 11-5, and they lost to New Orleans Saints. So thank you, Totem Pole Nation. Do like, comment, subscribe. This is Lambo for the Sports Center by Sideline Sports Network. We'll tune in for more content later on. We'll be catching you later on.